Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here, I read anonymous stories online. If you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. This world is a very small world. My women out there, please be careful how you live your life. I am in tears as I type this. My friend and I have been secretly doing the hookup thing. I started on Tinder when I was very broke and in serious. I needed money to pay the people I owe and to take care of myself. My friend jokingly suggested that we start having sex with guys for money. He told me it was very lucrative and we just joked about it. But things got worse. I was an unemployed graduate and I needed to survive. We created a Tinder account and started doing business. My friend was right. Men are hungry for sex, so it was easy to get the clients. We also had our own place, so those who weren't having private could come over to our side for fun. Many of the men I slept with advised me to stop it because they were surprised at how intelligent and well-mannered I was. I promised them that I just needed to gather small money to start a business so that I can finally stop. I was also very careful, so I always had boxes of condoms in order not to contract any STD. After about a year, things got better for my friend. She got a job and true to her word, she stopped the hookup business. She even moved out of our rented apartment. I was now deeply into my job. I had regular clients who hired me often. Rich men even hired me for a week. It wasn't always fun, but my mind was always on the money at the end of the whole thing, so I endured it. Many of these hookup girls are in pain, but they will never admit it. Fast forward, I met this guy during a church program. Please note that my hookup side is separate from real life. I was living two different lives. Those who knew me personally had no idea that I was into hookup. Or so I thought. We got really close and started dating. He opened a small provision shop for me. He said it was a start and he had plans for me, but the shop wasn't fetching me as much profit as the hookup. So I continued meeting clients. At this point, I had my regular clients, so I had deleted my Tinder account. I didn't want to risk meeting anyone who knew me in real life. After a year of dating, my guy said he was sure about me and he wanted me to meet his parents. I was so happy. I knew that once I got married, I would stop prostituting and no one would know about it. The day came. He wasn't living with his parents and his brothers, so I had never seen them before. It was a very nice house when I entered the house with my guy. It was only his mother I met at the living room. She was a nice woman and she spoke politely to me. Then my world collapsed when his father came from one of the inner rooms. He was one of my most frequent clients. In fact, he used to book me for days and he was paying me big money. I knew him too well and I started to feel dizzy. He was matured and even though he recognized me, he played along well. I was very uncomfortable the whole day, but my problems were not over. If someone had narrated this to me and told me it was a story, I would not have believed it. I was about to leave my boyfriend's parents' house when his brother, who had gone out, came in. He was also someone I had been with about 3 times. He told me he had no privacy at home. The first time he came to my apartment for the sex, but on other occasions he had a friend who was living alone and he used to take me there to have threesomes with his friend. He was very shocked to see me, but he was also very quiet. I left the house very shocked. The next day I saw a message from my boyfriends that are telling me he would never let his son marry me, so I should break up with him. His brother hasn't said anything to me. Now I'm sitting here looking at what I have done to myself. I have met a good man who wants to be with me, but I've slept with his father and brother. I can never tell him because no man will accept a woman like me. I got this story from Anonymous Confessions of Ghanaian Women, and oh my god, it's so sad. It's so sad. I feel like they say often we should be very polite with the words that we say to people, as you are not in someone's shoes, so you wouldn't really know what they were going through, so you should sometimes be understandable, which I totally get. But let's call a spade a spade. I think you had multiple chances to move out of that situation and change your life, and you just decided to stick with it, and actions have consequences, and so therefore I guess this is the consequences of your actions. But as you share this story, I hope that it will be a learning tool for some people who haven't yet really figured out what they want to do and they are in a tough spot. Yes, we can all be in a tough spot, and sometimes you take decisions you are not proud of. But after a while, you need to be disciplined enough to take yourself out of those situations because they lead to predicaments like this. I'm really sorry for what you are going through, but who knows? Maybe God has better for you, and I wish you all the best. I rented a spacious apartment for my girlfriend somewhere 2023. It's a big space with extra rooms. The owner of the flat was leaving to another country, so he wanted someone who could pay 5 years or more. So that's how long I paid for, almost 90,000 at 1,450 monthly. I got into some my cars have been seized, and for some reason I have to stay somewhere temporarily. So I moved to join my girlfriend in her flat, a flat I rented, and she's making life so hard for me. She probably never loved me. We haven't even kissed since I got here because I'm not spending money on her. Talks to me anyhow, no respect, and she cooks and eats her food and tells me to go and cook mine if I want to eat. She even said I should hurry and leave the place before I get her in trouble. It's barely a month since I moved here. She's someone I've spent so much on. She took a new phone worth over 10,000 as collateral before she loaned me 500 last week. My presence in the house is irritating her, obviously. She's able to go out and lock me inside as if I don't have a life. When I call her, she will say she forgot I was inside and not return until almost evening. She sleeps in a separate room and stays on calls all night. I have no right to ask who she was talking to. This is painful because she's the only woman I love and did a lot for because I wanted to make her my baby mama. She knows most of my secrets because I trusted her. She has even run some errands that involved huge sums of money for me. I thought she was my Tasha, the wife to ghost. You're going through a lot. You said you thought she was your Tasha. Hey! In the series though, ghost. What do you mean? Power. I think the series is Power. But she's not. She was waiting for my downfall. That's how she makes me feel. She drives a car I gave her money for. I wish I gave her everything in my name. But I let her own her own things because of times like this. I'm working on things. If I bounce back, I'm going to make sure she regrets all these things. Can anyone accommodate me though? I am not trouble. I am 29 years old. I have gadgets I could use as collateral for any damage until I move out. They could even sell them. I won't be long. Investigation should end soon. I'm not really guilty of anything, so I know everything will be released, maybe in a month or two. This morning, she left this note before going out. I don't want to complicate things, so I want to fulfill her request. The person can leave a comment or contact you for my details. I'll move in with them. I am not trouble. So this is what the letter says. You have to move out. It is the best you can do for me right now. I appreciate everything, but now is not a healthy time for us to be together. I don't know how to say it, but you seem not to be reading between the lines. I would be happier if you left before I returned. I will be back by 6 p.m. Don't make this harder than you already have. I am a woman and I can't be involved in any of your troubles. Try to understand and just go. You're a good man. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm being insensitive. Oh, that's so hurtful. You know, I feel like you had to go through whatever you're going through to know that you are killing yourself for somebody who will not do same for you and probably doesn't appreciate any of your efforts. So since you're not guilty of anything like you claim, I hope that is true. And I think if that is the case, you should be grateful to God this happened. It lets you know the type of person you've been spending your time, money, and energy on. You know, imagine you had actually imagine you had actually gotten married to her. Life would have been hell. So yeah, I'm happy for you. It's better this way. Oh, better now than later. Please help me share for advice. I am a lady in my 30s. For over 9 years now, I have never dated a single guy. It's always married men. Yes, most men that come my way, Yes, most men that come my way are married. I don't know if there is something about me that attract them cause everyone that comes my way is married. There was one I even dated for 3 years straight. It was a very serious relationship. We treated each other like couples. I even used to help him with his kids' fees and stuff like that. We loved and supported each other. Well, but his wife found out about us and almost ended up at the psychiatric hospital, so he ended things painfully for the woman's sanity. After him, I didn't want to date married men again, but I just don't feel anything for these single guys. Married men make me feel better, and I enjoy the peace and stability centered around them. They comfort and care. They know how to speak to my soul. I've tried single guys, but it barely lasts a week. I have this feeling that the man for me is already married, because the way things are going, I fear I may never meet and have my own man, but I can't control it. It hasn't been easy for me at all. The man I am seeing currently is also married, and we've been together for almost 2 years now. He spends time here a lot. I live alone. I cook and serve him like a king, and when he's around, I treat him like an egg. I don't mind spending everything I have on him. I am in love. I'm enjoying it, and I see he likes it as well. Every second he's free, he rushes to my end. The problem is, sometimes at midnight, I find myself thinking of the future. I am in love, I am enjoying it, and I see he likes it as well. Every second he rushes to my end. The problem is, sometimes at midnight, I find myself thinking of the future. I am in my late 30s, I have no child, got pregnant a few times, but they were all for married men and they asked me to abort. I feel so uncertain and insecure. Is there a way someone can help me to get something to tie this man down, even not to make him leave his family? Maybe he could make me his baby mama and continue to care and love me. I've had no bad intentions. I just don't want to keep going. It's married men that make me feel loved, so I have to snatch one. I need to have kids too. I need my own family. I honestly don't mind being a second wife to a good-looking, responsible married man. I have my own money. Just their love is all I crave for. So this story is from Love and Pills GH. All I can say is that you deserve whatever feeling you feel when it's around 3 o'clock a.m. or whatever that is. You deserve to feel that way. How terrible can you be at this point? Tell me, because you want him to help you tie down somebody else's husband. Are you okay mentally? Are you sound up there? Help you tie whose husband? It is your future husband that somebody will help somebody tie. It's not somebody else's husband anybody will help you tie. You mad? Like, at this point, the whole thing about I'm not even trying to be considerate, that's a terrible thing to do, and you are not a nice person regardless. If you were, you wouldn't be talking about how we should help. If there is a way you can tie, it is you they will tie down. In fact, whose husband do you want to tie? It just goes to show that they actually do love the partners they are with, or they appreciate the family dynamic that they are working with. So you are just like collateral damage or something. You're just I don't know, a few seconds, pleasure. No matter how much time they spend with you, at the end of the day they still go back. So it's better to desist, avoid, and move on and learn or whatever. We are 30, you should be using your common sense, because you like this should be knowing that it's waste of time and energy, and you should be moving on. Nobody should have to be telling you this. How old are you again? I'm not 30. You are even 30. You should be using your you should be knowing this already, but it's because of your intentions. That's why you continue to be where you are, because I know where you are thinking somebody else's husband is your husband. You're crazy. So guys, I've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so very much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment. I'll leave my TikTok in my description. Please go there. In case you want to share any story, just tap on the link and share it with me. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching.